Alright. Cool. So, I think this is working properly. We will only be able to know shortly, because YouTube's streaming system sucks. Yeah, I think everything should be working well. Let's see. Alright, yeah. So, this is the Vlogstream. This, for those of you who are new to my channel and weathered the terrible upload schedule, is when I do the comments. Like, I'll read the comments, I'll have active chat engagement at the end of the week, and I'll try to address as many concerns, criticisms, interest points as possible. So, I'm gonna blast this in my server, and yeah, once I blast this in my server, I can proceed. If you want in on my Discord server, let me know. So, live here. Oh, shit. Here. I'm live. Yeah, sure, whatever. So, welcome to the new people to the chat. If you decide you want to send a message, let me know. Kat says, "Hi, hey, I'm first." Yes, you are. Yeah. So the general vibe of this is like casual discussion, and like however long it runs is going to be determined by how many people choose to show up and talk about stuff. But generally, like, I'll read the comments, I'll give responses, I'll like and heart comments live. So yeah, I like the format because I think it gives good audience engagement, and also because, you know, it's a random discussion. It's not going to be about anything, and I try to do as much off the cuff as possible. So, like, the title and thumbnail are fucking always something incredibly stupid, because I know for a fact I'm not going to get, like, a whole lot of specificity in topic. So, yeah, this is Vlogstream 12. This is the first Vlogstream back in a while. If anybody has something they want me to talk about, they can feel free to chuck it in the comments. Well, the chat, anyway. And, yeah, those things. I'm gonna look at all comments here instead of the one responded yet. So, there's gonna be a lot, because I haven't responded in a while. I haven't done a vlog stream in a while, so I'm going to keep scrolling until I find that. Find the bottom here. Yeah, okay. So, looks like the comments start with Mr. Knight on religion and politics, yes. Yeah, where I talked about how you should talk about religion and politics with your family. You definitely should. If you don't, if you're unwilling to, you should ask yourself why that is. And, you know, if you can't, then you certainly can't weather the apocalypse. Like, the apocalypse is going to be worse than a conversation with your family. But Mr. Knight's like, my grandma can't discuss anything political without yelling. Yeah, well, them's the breaks. Society has become fundamentally less civil, but it wasn't more civil, like, by a dramatic margin when she was a kid, so, you know, it's one of those things. I thought you didn't make these. Yeah, well, so, the thing is, I've been on a semi-hiatus trying to get some background work done, and the general vibe is that I've got a lot of things that are coming out very soon, but I wanted to get a lot of stuff out of the way, and also there was some stuff that I was dealing with in my personal life. But yeah, these are back. These are back. So feel free to throw messages in the chat that you want me to talk about. But yeah, like, old people and yelling, yo. Fucking peas in a pod. Like, it's gonna be a real challenge, especially now, because the generational divide is broader than ever, and everybody wants to have a fucking competition over this stuff. Like, nobody's actually interested in having that conversation, whatever that conversation might be. Everybody thinks they know more than the other person. So, yeah. I mean, I wish you well on that. I do hope you try, though, Mr. Knight. Because it's necessary. It's gonna be necessary. So I thumbed that and hearted it. He also said on CIA abuses kids. I don't know what's worse, sexually abusing a child or indoctrinating them to stamp out space rebellions. Yeah, yeah. I mean, because Space Force is gonna be a fucking fiasco. Like, if it does anything at all, it's going to end poorly for anyone who matters. Um, and the people who have the money, they're going to, they're going to jet off. They're going to solve all their problems by getting away from them. So, but yeah, I mean, the CIA is evil. And the fact that they had so many fucking child abuse cases within them is a severe fucking problem. What are my opinions on the anarchists on HBO? That's from Pat in chat. So, I don't have any opinions. I haven't watched it yet. I plan to, but I think my opinion is going to be, that they should have interviewed a broader array of them, but the fact that they didn't isn't, like, a lack of a selling point for me. Like, nobody's going to 100% agree with me, so it'll be an interesting way to see how HBO approaches it, but I don't have any high hopes because it's fucking HBO. Like, any institution that would have Bill Maher on as long as they have probably isn't too interested in deviating too far from the mainstream narrative. Jim Jesus says, I loathe Jeff Berwick with every fiber of my being. I've seen some issues with him, but ultimately, I think, like, spreading the message at the very least is somewhat valuable, Like, I don't 100% co-sign anybody, but, like, I'm not going to completely eschew somebody unless they're totally reprehensible, It takes a lot, because I'm fully into the Unity camp, and if he can bring people in, then, more power to him. Just like if you can. Pat says, I asked because of a lot of anarchists are really angry about it. Yeah, but, like, you could, like, substitute that with anything. Like, just fill in the blank. That's something anarchists are angry about. And I'm not one to talk about that, because it's, like, part of my whole thing is being angry. So, Jim Jesus says he's a scammer. He ripped off people to the tune of $6. I would be interested in more information about that. You're free to DM me. We're mutuals on Twitter still, I think. So, that shouldn't be too much of a problem if you want to throw me some stuff. But basically, the vibe is that, like, there's a lot of stuff involved here that I think is going to take a lot of voices. And I don't know, like, about this situation. Like, you're free to send me some proof, but ultimately, like, I'm willing to let both sides sort of vent their grievances. So the ultimate thing is that one moment here. So that's that comment. Let me get back to comments here. I don't know what's worse. Oh yeah, that one gets a thumb and a heart too. Cold Highway says in 2017, Pablo Escobar's son came out and said that his dad, the famous Colombia drug dealer kingpin, worked directly with the CIA. It wouldn't be any surprise that in either 10, 15, or 20 years from now, we hear the same exact thing about El Chapo having CIA. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. Take that, Chapo Trap House. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, but, it also, because the whole thing is interconnected. When fucking the Iran-Contra affair happened, that should have been everything anybody needed to know about it. Like, the whole, let's sell fucking arms so that we can bail out people from Iran. Uh, let's help basically arm people who we claim we're against in order to fund people we claim we're against. We're totally against them, though. It's not a massive scam. Psychophi in chat says, what do you think about that mysterious rocket hitting the moon? I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to have to tell me. But that gets a thumb and a heart. I can't read Russian, so I don't know what Melanie Herrera is saying. Let me translate here. Russian students go to protest event against the Kremlin. That's pit vipers trigger fash and then backtrack like cowards. I don't know what that has to do with it, but more power to you. I mean, fuck the Russian government. Fuck the Ukrainian government, but also fuck the Russian government. So I'll thumb and heart that. I don't know why that's there. But, hi? David Tucker, comes in and says, I just looked up the redheaded libertarian. This is on So the Redheaded Libertarian Tried to Cancel Me. Trying to find out who she was, and this video was at the top despite having less than 2,000 views. Weird how I don't see her channel first, you know, given how I was searching specifically for her, whoever she is. I don't know what this whole situation is, but it sure seems like YouTube hasn't canceled you. You don't know what happened, and you didn't watch the video, clearly, because otherwise you wouldn't be saying fucking bullshit like that. That situation was because I had the audacity to say where she worked. I don't even know that she has a channel, but, like, she shouldn't. She should be irrelevant because all of her fucking takes are conservative garbage. She's not a libertarian. She was a diehard Trumper and a feisty MAGA type, just like Human Events was looking for. Like, she worked for Reagan's favorite paper, and she still has the audacity to call herself a libertarian. I fucking kind of doubt that. You know, maybe, like, she's not. Maybe it's a gimmick. But anyway, she got mad because you used her... Yeah, so she wrote articles for this website under her real name, and then when I real name that she wrote articles under, that became a fucking problem. Why and when? What? Like, she claimed I was doxing her. How can you be that stupid to claim that it's doxing to use the name that you yourself use? So yeah, she tried to cancel me. She claimed that I was sending harassment after her family. She said that I was doxing her, even though both of those were lies. And a bunch of people started to send me hate mail and threats and shit because they're fucking stupid. And they don't know how to look into a situation before they talk about it. So yeah, I mean, go fuck yourself, Tuck. That's what I'll say about that. Deca Dude on the state wants smokers dead. I live in Michigan, and the amount of anti-vaping commercials and policies here is such bullshit. And this is coming from someone who has never smoked anything before. But vaping is way safer than smoking, and they're literally trying to get people back on cigarettes. Yeah, you know, Hody Johns at, I think We Are Libertarians, he remarked on my stream there, and he said that my analogy where they were getting people like, oh yeah, here, you're an alcoholic, so you can only drink alcohol flavored drinks. Yeah, that whole thing was apparently very impactful for him. So I hope he uses the analogy, because I think it's a very good way of putting it, and I think it could persuade a significant amount of people. I don't know, it was sort of off the cuff, but that gets a thumb and a heart. Decadude says also there's a great video on YouTube called something War on Drugs from a Supply and Demand Curve, which the guy explains exactly why the drug war is doomed to failure just from an economic I'll check that out at some point. That got a thumb and a heart. Gotta stay hydrated. This room is very, very warm. I'm sweating. Troll the purpose on extreme cheapskates. I'll skip right to 70 seconds cost saving. 70s cost saving soon enough. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, like, people mock those people, but we're in a shortage. So maybe don't fucking mock people that are doing more intelligent things than you. Wow, shucks. That gets a thumb and a heart. Um, Vampiric Agorist says people who mock the poor for their resourcefulness are the ones who are gonna starve first when shit gets bad. Some of them, uh, some of them are rich, and that's why they do that. You know, so or like at least middle class. So like they can afford provisions at this point, and a lot of the doomsday bunkers are owned by rich people. Just something to think about. But like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Like most of the people who watch that show, certainly. Um, and comment finishes. That thought makes me feel a little better about the existence of the show. Eh, I mean that'll get a thumb and a heart though. Cold Highway says, "Good to see you back. I took a break from Twitter for Lent and still haven't come back because it still feels good. I haven't had TV for a few years, so I didn't know the show existed and that it's used to mock people who are thrifty. There's nothing wrong with being thrifty, and usually it's those people who can weather storms better than those who have fully embraced the throwaway culture. I personally shop at Aldi and embrace dollar stores and places like Dollar General and the like. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah, but these people want to feel superior. You know, oh, I'm a consumerist. I do everything I'm told and throw shit away. You know, fucking worship at the altar of Walmart and Target instead of fucking like trying to live within one's means. You know, I live on 200 a month in terms of food, and I don't eat poorly. I eat fine. I'm getting gains. So those those people just like they want an excuse to feel superior, and this serves it up to them on a silver fucking platter. That gets a thumb and a heart. Troll the Purpose says, resist the butt sex. As of current information, it's the main mode of spread. No. I doubt that with, like, very strong passion. I think the monkeypox thing is mostly just fervor. I don't think it matters much, and I think it's one of those things where the media wanted to scare you. If not, then I ask you why you heard about it so much in like a few days, and now it's just like a peep, nothing. I don't think it's that serious of a concern. You know, I hear people are dying of so many more things, so much more, and I just can't be arsed to care about monkeypox. I really can't. So rescind, very like heavy supporter at this point. So thank you again for that. And I'm trying to make it worth it. Feel free to support me if you want. Links are in the comments. Y'all on Twitter know why I need it. But just some skulls and a laughing face. But thumb and a heart anyway, because she shared it on Twitter. So if you decide you like what I do, you can share it there as well. Yay Anarchy says, and this is on the hall monitor Marxist wants me censored, the same as the other two. I really wonder what Hillary did to Bernie. Apart from making him rich for telling everyone to back her, that is. Yeah, I mean, really, he has multiple houses. How can you be a democratic socialist if you're gonna, like, oh, I own so many houses, I own so much estate, so many material resources built by the working class, but I'm a socialist, I promise. I'm totally socialist, and if you don't agree, you don't have to, but like, so yeah, like, I feel like it's one of those incidents where people don't care about the actual principles. They just like the idea of somebody who sounds like them winning. So yeah, I mean, she and it wasn't just her either. It was like Bloomberg supporting like Democratic candidates, and that should be a big ass fucking red flag, shouldn't it? Because Bloomberg is famous for saying you go into the black and brown or the minority neighborhoods, and you throw them against the wall. because that's where you're going to find the drugs and the guns and shit. That's what he said. He said that. And, if that's not, like, any sort of reason to doubt that he cares about progressive politics, I don't know what is. But then he's got so much money that he can just consistently fund people, and that he can just throw. So the left hates people like this if they're authentic leftists. Like Mike Bloomberg, are you kidding? He has more net worth than Donald Trump. How is this guy the anti-Trump, and how is anybody funded by him, including Biden, including Hillary? How are they, who are funded by Mike fucking Bloomberg, how are they a representation of socialism? I don't think so. I think that you're gonna end up with a lot of people mad at you when you start, like, being proven to not do what you say. Like, you're a lying little prick. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe they'll just lap your cock up anyway because they have to. Yeah, you gotta vote blue no matter who. And not anybody cool like Sonic. You gotta go with somebody stodgy and old and white like a Democrat. Funded by Mike Bloomberg. I can't stand Bernie Sanders. I have a shirt for sale, by the way, if y'all want to just get a shirt. That's just his logo, but it's just toothpaste. Because it just looks like fucking toothpaste. Troll the purpose. None of my notifications working today. It is the weekend. Peak suppression hours, though. Yeah, probably. But you're free to share this with friends if you decide you want to. Mostly my normal content, though. This is really more for community engagement than anything else. So that gets a thumb and a heart from Yay Anarchy. Hope you sub if you hadn't. Earth Nerd says Black and Native women's lives didn't matter when they were telling people that their reproductive rights were the first to go, or they never got any. This is mostly white women upset that they're on the chopping block. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what the recent abortion shit is. It's just a bunch of liberals crying, and I told people who were asking me and freaking out, I told people this is going to go away very fucking quickly. And it did. Biden could have filed the executive order day one. Biden could have filed the executive order day one. He didn't fucking do that because he doesn't give a fuck about you and these issues. You know? The issues don't matter to him. What matters to him is seeming like a white knight savior. And that's the same with all these other fucking saviors. Like, they don't actually care. It doesn't matter to them. And abortion was always something they could jerk you off with anyway, because, like, hey, you know, if it's a right, then it's not it's inalienable, and you can't take it away. You can't overturn it. The state never cares about your rights. The state doesn't care about you. You're a fucking piece in a machine to them. So, you know, that's my message to all the abortion freak-outers. And I'm sure she agrees with me on that. So, that gets a thumb and a heart. Same video on the Here's an Abortion video. Carrots constantly dangle, but we most often get the sticks. I mean, yeah. It's like one of those things, it's like the carrots on the treadmill, and you're running after, like, Psycho Fire says, way to piss off the elites with a semi-frown. I don't know what to call that. Flat affect thing on This is Georgia Guidestone's video. I mean, yeah, but not really, because they've been on the chopping block for a while now, and John Oliver brought them up recently too. Like, I think that here's my theory that I didn't want to include in the video, that the elites want it gone so that people stop talking about it. I mean, the fact that it stood as long as it did was a significant problem for their ability to maintain an image of not wanting eugenics and population reduction. So ultimately, like, it seems to me that if you wanted to get rid of that, blaming some terrorist would be a good way to start. And then, like so many other, you know, crime scenes, they're demolished as soon as they happen. I wonder why you would demolish a place right after a crime happened instead of allowing for long-term forensics investigations or, you know, allowing people to ask more questions. You just demolish it and hope that it all goes away. Ah, fuck, that never happened before, though. What am I talking about? Anyway, I mean, yeah, that'll get a thumb. So on the same video, Vampiric Agorist says it's a shame it took so long for somebody to renovate. Yeah, unless of course it was them, in which case still fuck them. Earth Nerd says I've constantly wondered who okayed that being put up. Like, did not one tourist read them and go, "Yeah, I think this guy wants a cap on the number of people get to live." Yeah, just a little bit, you know. Thumb and a heart. Rescind on the same video. It's like getting worked up over a statue of Baphomet blown up. Yeah, right? Yeah, like, oh shit. That's such a sad. There's nothing else like it anywhere. Same video, Mr. Knight's like, each slab had the same tenets. What was blown up was the English port. Yeah, but still, though, I mean, that's my theory. I think they just wanted to get rid of it, and this was like, oh, shucks. Darn it. Somebody blew up a part of our rock thing. You know? Now we got to demolish the rest of it. Thumb and a heart. Mr. Knight says, I did want Ron DeSantis to run until now. Encouraging the state to be more brutal is just stupid. Let me fracture your skull, criminal. Also really glad the story came out about the girl was fake. Yelling at liars and parrots for 20 minutes. That's the video. Vlog 80. Yeah, so I have a video out if any of you want to watch it about the Ron DeSantis thing. Yelling at Ron DeSantis. I forget which vlog number it was, but you can find it by that. And you can just find out about why I don't like him and why I think libertarians who do are shooting themselves in the dick. So, thumb and a heart. Richard Beard says, tell me about them stones. Them stones. They have bad shit on them that want to control everyone and say that, hey, if you let us reduce the population to under 500 million, we can have nice governments. Just let us kill a bunch of people and we'll be nice to you. That's what it says. It's fucking evil. Sebastian CK, think he's one of my Patreon subs. To be fair, I can't ride with DeSantis for the red flag stuff on yelling at liars and parrots. Yeah, he sucks. He sucks so much, asshole. But people are still fine with him because he's a Republican and he was like okay during COVID policy. If you really cared about your freedom, if Ron DeSantis really cared about your freedom, he would be doing something about the fucking gun laws in Florida. Holy shit. Okay, so I watched videos where this guy was trolling cops by following the law that says that you can only have a gun open carry, that you can only carry a gun there if you're fishing. And so he'd go around with a fishing pole and his gun, and he'd say, no, I'm just heading to a fishing spot. Like, he was technically following the law. Like, he was heading to a fishing spot so he could carry a gun. If Ron DeSantis really wanted the common person to be better off, what he wouldn't do is hyper-arm the cops and give them a bunch of bonuses and shit. He would remove those laws. He would work to get those laws off the books. He would work to get the common person armed and reduce as many restrictions in the way of them using those arms as possible. Make that a Newcastle Doctrine state. That would be better. You know? But he didn't fucking care. He doesn't give a shit about you. He wants to seem good so that he can run for president with the Trump stamper of approvaler and apparently also Joe Rogan. So, fucking, yeah, there's that. Like, there's just so much wrong with DeSantis. I should really make a video on some of this stuff broader. Like, what, my little wish list of things that he could do to make Florida better. Because there's so fucking much that he could do to make Florida better. And he's just like, I'm a Republican, suck my cock. Zach Hawkins in chat says, you can't spell demonic Satanist without DeSantis. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. Okay, so, Troll the Purpose, this is why civil union, piece by piece, is better than... Yeah, but, like, see, no, I don't think any of that stuff is good. I think people shouldn't be government married. I take the Doug Stanhope position on marriage. You know, we shouldn't get the government in on it. Can straights get a civil union and avoid most marriage pitfalls? I don't know. Pat the Cheesy says, in Arizona, a law passed where it's legal to record police with a... But, like, that's true anywhere. Like, the SCOTUS ruled that with the Glick decision. So, I mean, any place that bars that... This might make it easier because, like, you've got the 8 feet thing, but then you've just got these cops, like, with their subjective judgment saying, you weren't within 8 feet, you're under arrest, obstruction. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what you see with that new law. Personally. Like, the Glick decision says you can already do it. Like, you should, if you don't already, anybody here or who watches this stream after, which, let me know in the comments if you decide to do that. But basically, oh, and if you do, I would advise 2x speed. But basically, like, the whole thing, the Glick decision, I found out about that through Audit the Audit and Cop Block. Both of those are 2 very good channels for information on how to handle cops. Zach Hawkins says, just popped in to make that terrible joke and wish everyone a good night. Got to be up early for work. Peace. Be well. So, with that being said, the next comment. The TikTok guy is always on some bullshit. Earth Nerd says that, remember we both stitched It Is Not Normal? Yeah, dude, that guy fucking sucks. God, I hate that guy. I hate him so much. He's got this condescending, pompous, stupid attitude about fucking everything. Everything. And he does it in the TikTok style where, like, you know, I'm looking down at my phone. I'm looking down at my phone just like I look down at you as a person. Honestly, if you disagree with me, you're lower than scum. And if you agree with me, you're also lower than me. Hear my constant stream of fucking bullshit. That's Muscles and Fitness on TikTok for you. And it'll do like, at the camera, like, just like really close, just like, he's trying to poke your eye out. It's very fucking stupid, and I hate it. Earth Nerd is here. She says he panders to nurses a lot. Yeah, he fucking sucks asshole. Like, there's no reason to support his content. All he's gonna do is, like, claim superiority and, like, he lied. He lied. A.G. Paxton is not working on a bill that says you can hunt down LGBTQ people for fucking legal reasons. What the fuck is that lie? I couldn't find a single bill like that. People in the fucking comments couldn't find a single bill like that. You know? People in everywhere else. I really looked hard because I would hate that bill and I would oppose that bill, but I couldn't find one. So the only thing that happened was my time was wasted by a lying cunt on TikTok. God, he's such a cunt. I hate him. Yeah, she says she looked too. Yeah, fuck that guy. Piece of fucking shit. Anyway, and like he's riling hundreds of thousands of likes. He's just riling people up. Ooh, I hate TikTok and that guy. Like, just so much bad there. And they get away with it every single fucking time. Oh, man. It's so unrefreshing. Anyway. Thumb and a heart. Jack Curtis. Allow Twitter to purge you. You can be happier if you allow it to... Yeah, but I can't get as effective a spread. And the only places that I can get spread after that point will be places that are full of far-right people who will hate my message. So, yeah, I mean, I do want to start posting my content to those networks again, but let me be very clear when I say that I piss everyone off, and the alternative networks are full of people who be just pissed off. So, I need networks of a variety of people, or this whole thing comes crashing down even further than it already has. So that's my take. That's my stance. Rescind said what he said 100% on Hunter Got Hunted. Thumb and a heart. Same video. Richard Beard says they got him. Yeah, thumb. Richard Beard says, I've not been to many bodegas in my time, but I've never been to a bodega I didn't love. Yeah, they're fucking cool. Like, you get all this niche stuff. Okay, so right-wingers. If you're a right-winger and you claim to care about small businesses, then you cannot talk negatively about bodegas. They are the small business of, like, big cities. That's what it should be. So if you want to claim right-wing, fine. But don't go mocking bodegas. Don't go mocking the small businesses. Okay? Let's be real here. I'm being told that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Aquarius Montoya says, yo, what's up, Jeremy? Not much. Yeah, I'm doing the vlog streams again. So feel free to show up. It's going to be every Saturday at 7-ish. Pat the Cheesy says, wait, what bill you talk? See, but there's no bill. That's the problem. This bill doesn't exist. Muscles and Fitness on fucking TikTok lied to his followers. He just lied. I couldn't find it. Nobody in the comments was forthcoming with any sort of source. He just said it and people believed him. There was no bill. But the alleged bill was that, like, New York, not New York, Texas would be able to pass, like, a legislation where, oh, yeah, you can just go hunt LGBT people. So, it's not real. It didn't happen. I really looked and I couldn't find anything on it. But that guy lied and he got away with it because it's TikTok. So, that happened. Thumb and a heart on the bodega comment. On the Hall Monitor Marxist video, I apologize on behalf of all Marxists. Well, yeah. That person sucks asshole, so. Richard Beard on Shut Up Steve, an Unhinged Rant. That was an older one. 100% on point. Yeah. And I see, that's the thing. When I can get a Marxist to agree with me when part of my video is defending Kyle Rittenhouse, I'm doing better than the right wing is from the left. So eat that cock, bitch. Not Richard Beard, of course. Just like whoever might have a problem with me. So you haven't answered the question. You hitting beard press? I don't know what that is. I actually remember loosely seeing that, but I don't remember where, and I don't know what that is. Is it just like my beard is strong or something like that? I don't know the reference. You're free to fill me in. This is a community interaction stream, so troll the purpose. Most our bodegas been replaced by dollar. Yeah, and isn't that fucking sad? Like, it takes all the flavor out of America and just makes it a corporate hellscape of, like, dwindling fun and excitement and interest. You can't go to a place that's interesting anymore. It's all fucking dreary. Anyway. On the Guidestones video, Firearms Policy Coalition is much better organization. They don't bootlick the blue and don't have a big mouth bootlicker Dana Lesh and her husband as their spokespeople. Yeah. FPC is great. Gun policy on Twitter. They used to follow me. Maybe they will again. I don't fucking know. Sweat baby. Chili Dog Wednesday on my Wayback Machine. Yeah. It was that. And for anybody who doesn't know, on Twitter, Chili Dog Wednesday is where I just post a picture of a chili dog, to like praise the real religion of Sonic the Hedgehog. Mr. Knight, who has better hair? Honestly, you do. You're not a middle-aged man with gray patches. Yeah, but that fucking piece of shit, like, gotta love Hunter being given a pass on so many fucking things. Like, holy shit. Richard Beard says, go off King on the Wayback Machine video. Thumb and a heart. Beard Press is a joke. I don't like, is it just like a joke about like thick beards? I don't actually understand the joke. You're welcome to fill me in though. And then the last comment from Kat, LMAO, Jeremiah. So I'm gonna try to make this short. 41.5 minutes later. Yeah, pretty much. I make when a dude has a oh yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, here I'll give it some combs for you on stream. This is what I do. I just sort of this, and I guess while we're talking about it, I'll also go over my regimen and give people an opportunity to say their last comments before the stream is done. My regiment. Yeah, I just put military in there. So I have one of these. It was given to me by Snick Rep on Twitter. Feel free to follow him. It's shampoo and oil. So this I just throw in there during a shower, and then the oil I throw in after my beard is dried, and then I just sort of comb it through with this bullshit. So, and then it's mostly just diet. I eat a lot of protein, a lot of things like that. So, with that in mind, anybody else got anything to say? Because if not, this is heading off relatively soon. Yeah, I'm back. Like, I'm making the daily content again. I'm doing the vlog streams. There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of fucking shit. Because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of requests that people are making for content specifically. You can feel free to throw a request in as well, and I'll let you know if I'm gonna cover it. But yeah, there's a lot that's going on. So there's a lot that's gonna get fired back up. Those of you who know, and this is going to be one of the things. So vlog streams every Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific, or thereabouts. So if anybody else got something they want to throw in chat, I will respond to that. I'll probably call it at 45 minutes, so we're at like 42. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like, we're going to start a crowdfunding campaign to push through the last stage of funding on the AgoristNexus documentary we're working on. We're in the editing phase, pre-release for Over-Policed at Stateless Productions. I'm on the writing team for both of those documentaries, and I also did some more work for both teams. So those are going to be out soon. I'm going to be continually writing articles for Liberty Sentries as well. And more for AgoristNexus probably. And the articles are going to be coming out sort of spread, but there's going to be a daily video anyway. Not sure if Black Sands Entertainment is a worthwhile subject to cover. Possibly, yeah. I co-signed the farmers in the EU talk. Yeah. Chaotex was suggesting that in my server. By the way, if any of you want in on my Discord server, let me know. But, like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff I'm going to be covering, and that's going to be one of them. Possibly tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But at the end of every week, the comments will be covered. So, oh, and a thumb and a heart on the last one as well. Because, like, so if you want your comment to be discussed, leave it. You know, I am not one of those creators yet anyway. There's a possibility once it gets really thick that I might be. I'm not one of those creators who ignores the comments. I do the opposite, and I do a devoted stream to discussing the comments. So feel free to throw some in there. Aquarius Montoya, Discord server, please. I will throw in a temporary link that will be available until day's end. One moment. Because I might as well... Oh, shucks. Oh, golly gee. Here you go. I think that should work. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, with that being said, 44 minutes. Looks like I'm having extreme buffering issues. If I am, let me know. But anyway, with that being said, think this is about time for me to head off. So be well, all. I will see you around, and next Saturday, smash the fucking state.